Not in my life did I ever think that we couldn't ever drink water out of a well in my area. It does not occur to people to check that, and they don't know. They just start getting sick and they don't know.
Ty Fisher and his daughter Sam live together on their family farm in western Wisconsin.
I'm Ty Fisher from Elmwood, Wisconsin. Left my dad's farm at the age of 19, came up here and started farming, and I'm still here, I guess. So 43 years I've been here.
Growing up on the farm, my job was to take care of the calves. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of summers of not only chores, but seeing your friends go swimming and doing summer stuff and you out in the field on a tractor raking hay. I didn't really have the respect for it that I do now. I got married, was living out in Bowen, Wisconsin for several years. Then when I got divorced, I moved back to the farm and started farming with my dad. Me and my daughter started to get sick pretty much immediately after I moved her and my son back to the home farm after my divorce. My daughter was about 2. It started with us both having tummy issues and feeling very sick all the time, and then we were throwing up.
My granddaughter was always sick. We was always going to school and picking her up early, and she loved school. It's not like she didn't. My daughter took her to the doctors to see what was wrong, and nobody could find out what was wrong with her. Any father, grandfather, see any of his children get sick is devastating.
She threw up every single night. It was like a routine of her at the toilet, you know, and she was 2 and she just was extremely good about it. But we were throwing up a lot. And we went to the doctor and got diagnosed with cyclic vomiting syndrome, like a migraine of the stomach, you know, and that's why you throw up. But they were wrong. When you're sick, you drink water to get better, and that was what was doing it, was the water. So the more water we drank, the sicker we got. And then somebody brought up in the area there's, you know, like high nitrates in the water and stuff like that, and we got tested, and it was at 12.9.
Wisconsin's drinking water standard for nitrate is 10 milligrams per liter. Exposure to high levels of nitrate is hazardous to human health.
Immediately when we stopped drinking the water, we got better. It was like that.
It was the high nitrates in the water that was making her sick. As soon as we took her off the well water and put her on clean water, just a turnaround. She's healthy. That doesn't mean that she ain't gonna have side effects from it when she's an adult.
Yeah, we got better, but that caused us cancer. And I don't know what it did to my daughter. It could come up later on. I don't want other people to go through this. And there's a lot of stories of it in Wisconsin and children getting sick. And it doesn't necessarily stem from one thing, it's several things. But the one thing I'm dealing with is agricultural pollution. It's just devastating.
When I think of CAFOs, I think of the 10 Commandments, of where they infringe on everybody else's properties, and where I make sure that my farm does not trespass onto other people's properties. It's just frustrating to see what they do to the land.
When I found out that it was the water that was making us sick, I'm gonna be honest, I was really angry. And then I was just so extremely disappointed in what little protection that we have. The county, the state, they just really let us down. Clean water is a bipartisan issue. Everybody needs clean water.
Now, everybody that I run into that asks me questions about this, I tell them the first thing is to test your water. You think that your well water should be good, and it should be good. So many people in Wisconsin do not even know that they're drinking contaminated water.
I can suck it up, but the fact of not knowing is what made the difference. We just gotta get the information out there. There's so many people out there that are just absolutely oblivious to the fact, and they're still, like I said, feeding the water to their kids. It's important to me because I don't want anybody else to go through that.